I'm out here playing with the single slave master cylinder, and I tried a couple locations. This seems to be the best one. It doesn't get in the way of the pulley or the cable, and it's not in the way. I do have to trim a little bit of the metal off here where that line is, but I'm going to shorten up this push rod. I can get it on there and make it work in here. It does have nice alignment, but it'd be nice to see the rod in there versus just laying it on here. And that goes all the way up to that thing. And I'm off about, a few inches. Not a big deal. Just cut it back and rethread it. Alright, so that's what I'm messing with right now. Okay, now I'm going to try to hold it steady. Now this leg is the pedal for the brakes, which is perfectly 90 degrees. There's that amazing clip that nobody knew what it was. And this is how it works. See down here? Push your foot on there. Don't even got to go very far. Down here. It does crush the rubber off to a side, but it's just a rubber. Still hits it pretty good. That's the feed line for the reservoir, and that's my only open brake line. I could probably open this one up, but it won't matter. The body gets thin about right here, and it spreads out, and then it really spreads out, so there's plenty of room down here. I might have to grind this off, I might not. If I'm going to be there, I'm going to grind it off. Next time it's off, I'll cut that piece off. But I'm going to see, now that I have a push rod that works, if trying to hold it still, if I can maybe run a brake line. That's all I want to do. Get in the general area. Maybe even go the long way. I don't know. Go up and through and over and come across and then go into that one. Somebody did mention that I'd need a residual valve. The early one has the residual valve built into it. So it's made for four-wheel drums, so it always has 10 pounds of pressure. So that's a pretty cool option. But here's my crossing line, if you remember that. It goes underneath and then over and under and around. Looks pretty good. And I just got to get this one to that one. Wish me luck. I didn't like it at first, but it's growing on me. Here's that line, comes out the side, does a little turn, goes over here, comes down through the frame between the bracket and the top tubes, makes a turn, does a twist, and right into the master cylinder. The only thing I want to do is wire tie it probably here, here, and put these together so they're not doing a little bouncy sound. I think if these two were tied together, be a lot less chance of vibration noises, you know. This is actually touching the frame, of course. I mean, how could you get it through that little hole without? But I figured there's no rubbing on the bottom. It's not on the bottom of the frame. So that's a good spot for it. Let's tie it down. So I'll put a piece of rubber on that, a wire tie, and a couple back here. That'll take a minute. We almost have brakes. Just need some drums. Right, Bob? We need some drums, Bob? Bob, we need some drums. Okay, front to rear, and I'm going in. This is your right foot normally. and I mean it's notched so it doesn't hit the front tire. Pushes on the rod with the clip and has a backstop. Could use another spring. I might have another spring to put on here. Pushes the rod. Rod goes to here, to the early pre-1968 single slave master cylinder. 2 ports of which are plugged off. Does a loop. Goes all the way back here. Splits between both lines. This one going brand new hose down to the drums. Brand new line. Brand new wheel cylinder. This one goes over. Does the jump. Brand new hose. Brand new line. Twist it up to turn and brand new cylinder. Everything as far as brakes go is done except for bleeding. Front brakes, I don't know just yet. I need a disc, I need a caliper, I need a bunch of stuff. Kind of useless on the trike because when you have two big rear wheels stopping you the second you hit that pedal, you stop. And usually this one, you turn the wheel, it's kind of a, how to explain it? So it's a little bit of a struggle to turn the wheel. You don't just turn the wheel and go. It's a little, your weight is the only thing holding this front wheel down, so kind of slippery. Front brake, if you're taking a corner and you hit the brake on this thing, you go straight. But drum brakes don't have to be very strong. Car doesn't have much for weight anymore. It's more than 3/4 of the weight is gone. The body's probably 250, 300 pounds. Maybe the frame is, who knows. Let's see, tranny, rear subframe. It's probably 4 or 5. So say it's 1,000, 1,200 pounds, whatever. You just press these rear brakes and this thing stops on a dime. My only fear would be no parking brake, because I cut the tubes off by mistake one day. But I can always reroute them somewhere. If I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a parking brake or the park lock idea doesn't work, to lose brakes on this thing would be kind of scary. But I don't think it's that bad. I've never lost brakes before. Not that it would never happen. But wire tie, wire tie, wire tie, wire tie, wire tie, wire tie. It's all tied down. Now we're going to take the master cylinder off and bleed it. Get all the bubbles out of it, put it back in place, and start pumping the brakes. I'm probably going to vacuum bleed them. But you still have to bleed this master cylinder because there's so many pockets in it. I believe there's two or 3 seals in it. So when one fails, there's 2 seals in here. It's not like the early one that has 4 seals and splits out into 2 circuits. This one is actually a single circuit with 3 outputs and a brake light switch. That's what that is, by the way. That'll go into the harness and connect to the switch to the back, which is that light. Press the brake, get the light. But I like seeing new parts on here. That's always fun. But that's it. That's all I really wanted to do tonight. I know it's not a lot for video, but every little step gets me closer to stopping and moving. I got an absolute mess on the floor I gotta pick up. But that's it. I am going in. You have a good night. And thanks for watching. Brakes. Cannot wait to try it. Okay, one last thing. I'm looking at this. This was a piece of plastic I found. It has the perfect size to fit inside this little rubber. Now this little rubber is the plug that came with the master cylinder when you bought it brand new. My friend Mike traded me this one. I got another nice one for him. That's a dual circuit I'm going to give him. I need to find something. I believe that's 1/4 inch fits on that perfect. I have to make a reservoir somewhere here or up front. I was thinking, you know, I'm not going to it's not going to hold a whole hell of a lot, but it's got to hold fluid. So I'm thinking some kind of a tube, maybe a flashlight case with a cap. I don't know. Maybe some kind of vessel with a 1/4 inch line and a nice big cap that I could just pop out. Maybe if it snaps in like a bicycle pump. Ooh, a bicycle pump. That might actually work. And you can pop it out, fill it, and pop it back in without taking the body off or anything stupid like that. But that was a thought. Okay, going in. Have a good night.